For a moment, Aurora forgot how to breathe. Guardian Wolf. Chosen one. Destined. The words echoed through the quiet classroom like thunder no one else could hear. Liam stood in front of her, still holding her arms, still trembling slightly from the reaction between their bodies, but his eyes were different now. Less controlled, more afraid. Not of her, but for her. Aurora took a shaky step back. What do you mean you're the wolf destined to guard me? Guard me from what? Liam raked a hand through his hair, pacing once before facing her again. Aurora. In our legends, the lunar crest appears only when the moon goddess chooses someone with a purpose. Someone tied to an ancient prophecy. Someone powerful. But I'm not powerful, Aurora whispered. I'm not even a wolf. That's what doesn't make sense, Liam said, voice tight. You shouldn't have the mark. And if you do, then something has been hidden from you your entire life. Aurora swallowed. My mom. Yes, he said. And more. Before Aurora could ask, the lights flickered again. A cold gust swept across the room, slamming the window shut. Liam moved instantly, placing his body in front of hers without thinking. His wolf surged so fast Aurora could swear she saw shadows shifting under his skin. Stay behind me, he warned. Aurora's pulse spiked. Is it the rogue? No, Liam said. This feels older. The air vibrated softly, like an invisible force moving through the school. A heavy sound echoed from the hallway. Liam's ears perked. His shoulders went rigid, his wolf pushed forward with full force, and for the first time, Aurora saw fear break across his face. We're not alone. The door rattled just once but hard. Aurora flinched. Liam growled, low and primal, eyes pitch black. Aurora, he said quietly, listen to me. If something comes through that door, run to the far corner and don't move until I say so. Aurora's chest tightened. I'm not running without you. He turned, expression torn between anger and something fiercely protective. You have no idea how dangerous this is, he whispered. You're marked. That makes you a target. And guarded. Aurora shot back. By you. Liam froze. The tension snapped between them like a live wire. But the door rattled again, louder this time. Liam pushed Aurora gently but firmly behind him. Whatever was outside, it wasn't human. A whisper slid under the door, cold and sharp. Found you. Aurora stiffened in terror. Liam's wolf exploded forward, claws pushing at his skin, fangs lengthening, muscles tightening as he prepared for a shift he wasn't supposed to make inside a school. Come any closer, Liam snarled, voice layered with his wolf, and I'll tear you apart. The whisper hissed softly, amused. You can't protect what you don't understand, Alpha Heir. Liam's breathing grew heavier, darker. He turned his head just enough to look at Aurora. You need to trust me, he whispered. Aurora nodded, trying to steady her shaking hands. I do. The door creaked. Liam lunged. But the door didn't break open. Instead, the presence vanished. Silence swallowed the room. Aurora let out a breath she didn't know she'd been holding. What was that? She whispered. Liam didn't answer right away. He waited, listening, ensuring whatever it was gone. Then he turned to her, eyes returning to their usual stormy gray. That, he said slowly, wasn't a rogue. It wasn't a wolf at all. Aurora's blood went cold. Then what? It was something hunting the lunar crest. He stepped closer, voice low and haunted. And if it finds out who you really are, it won't stop until it gets you. Aurora wrapped her arms around herself. And who am I, Liam? What am I becoming? Liam stared at her wrist as the mark faded into a soft glow. Aurora, he touched her hand gently, grounding her. You're becoming exactly what the moon goddess chose you to be. Aurora looked up at him, eyes shining with fear. And what if that destroys my life? What if it destroys yours? Liam didn't hesitate. I don't care what it destroys, he said fiercely. I'm not leaving you. Aurora's breath caught. Even if it gets you killed. Liam stepped closer, So close she felt his heartbeat pressed against her chest. "My life isn't what I'm afraid of losing," he whispered. "It's you." And just like that, the space between them dissolved. But outside, in the hallway, a shadow moved, watching, waiting. Because the world had heard the lunar crest awaken. And it was coming for her. The moment Aurora and Liam walked into Westwood High that morning, every hallway conversation seemed to freeze mid-sentence. Students whispered behind lockers, glared over textbooks, and stared like they were watching the opening scene of a scandalous movie. Rumors had spread fast. Some said Aurora had stolen Liam from Brielle. Others claimed Liam had gotten into a brutal fight because of her. And the boldest rumor: that Aurora wasn't entirely human. Liam didn't leave her side for a second. His hand brushed hers as they walked, not quite holding, just close enough to prove a point. But Westwood High had never felt more hostile. It started in English class. Brielle strutted in late, flipping her hair dramatically. She locked eyes with Aurora, then smiled sweetly, fake sweetly. "Careful, Aurora," she said loud enough for the room to hear. "Some of us actually belong here. Others are strays." The class snickered. Aurora's fists curled beneath her desk, heat prickling behind her eyes. Before she could speak, Liam was already halfway out of his seat. "Brielle, shut up. Now." Her smile faltered. But she recovered quickly. "Touchy, touchy," she hummed. "Must be nice having a bodyguard you can control. Though honestly, Liam, I didn't think this was your type." The insult hit harder than she expected. Aurora stood. "Say one more thing. I dare you." The room went silent. But instead of backing down, Brielle leaned forward and whispered with a venom-filled grin. "Everyone knows you were the girl found in the woods. The girl who survived something impossible. Maybe Liam should be careful who he protects. Secrets have a way of ruining people." Liam slammed his desk so hard half the class jumped. "Enough." Even the teacher froze. But Brielle wasn't finished. She only sat down once she delivered a final smirk toward Aurora, one carrying a warning. At lunch, Liam pulled Aurora behind the gym, away from staring eyes. "Don't listen to them," he said, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "I don't care about them," she lied. "What I care about is why Brielle knows anything about the woods." Liam stiffened. "Because," he said carefully, "someone must have told her." "Who?" He hesitated. "Liam, who?" His jaw tightened, and she felt his fear before he spoke. "Because someone saw us that night." Aurora's breath hitched. "Who saw us?" Liam didn't answer, not immediately. Then footsteps echoed behind them. Aurora turned, and the world seemed to tilt. Standing there, book bag slung over one shoulder, expression unreadable, was Eli, her quiet lab partner. The human boy who never talked to anyone. The boy who always sat alone. And now he was looking at her with eyes that were far too knowing. "I saw everything," Eli said softly. "You shifting the creature in the woods. Liam fighting it. I saw all of it." Aurora stumbled back. "You what?" "And that's not even the worst part," Eli continued, voice trembling though steady. "I know what you are, but Aurora, I also know what's hunting you." Liam snarled, stepping in front of her. "Eli, don't." But Eli shook his head. "You can't hide it anymore. Aurora needs to know." He reached into his jacket and pulled out something small, metallic, and terrifyingly familiar. A pendant shaped like a crescent moon, burned along the edges. The same symbol carved on the creature that attacked her. Aurora's heart slammed in her chest. Eli whispered, "They're coming back for you, and this time they won't miss." Silence fell over the back of the gym, heavy and suffocating. Aurora stared at the pendant in Eli's hand, its burned crescent edges glowing faintly, pulsing with the same energy she felt burning beneath her skin. Liam tensed instantly. His wolf surged so hard a vein pulsed in his neck. "Put that away," Liam growled, his voice slipping into something dangerously close to a snarl. Eli didn't move. Not until Aurora hears everything. Aurora's breath hitched. Eli, how long have you known? Since the night in the woods, he said. I saw the creature that attacked you. His eyes flicked to Liam. And I saw him shift. Aurora's chest tightened. You never said a word. I thought I was hallucinating, Eli whispered. But then I found this in the dirt the next morning. He held up the pendant again. The crescent burned brighter, reacting to Aurora. Liam stepped in front of her. Keep that thing away from her. Eli shook his head. You don't understand. This wasn't meant to hurt her. Aurora blinked. What do you mean? Eli's jaw clenched. My parents were hunters, Aurora. Not ordinary hunters. Wolf hunters. They tracked creatures connected to the moon goddess. They kept records. They kept warnings. Liam stiffened. You're lying. I'm not. Eli's voice broke. My family died because of what they knew. Aurora stepped forward despite Liam's arm shooting out to hold her back. What does this have to do with me? Eli lowered his voice. The creature that attacked you, it wasn't a rogue, it wasn't a normal wolf. He swallowed hard. It was a seeker. Liam's face drained of color. No, he whispered. Seekers were wiped out decades ago. They're extinct. Eli shook his head slowly. They're not extinct. They're multiplying. Aurora shivered. And they're hunting one thing, Eli continued. Anyone bearing the lunar crest. Liam's expression shifted from fury to fear. You think she doesn't already know that? Eli stepped closer, desperate. Then does she know why the Seekers want her? Aurora's stomach knotted. Why me? Eli looked right at her. Because you're the last living descendant of the lunar-blessed bloodline, the only blood that can either destroy them or set them free. Aurora's knees nearly gave out. Liam caught her immediately. His hands cupped her shoulders, steady, warm, grounding. Look at me, he whispered to her, ignoring Eli completely. This changes nothing. You're safe with me. Aurora's breath trembled. But something about Eli's words burned too deeply to ignore. Liam, is it true? She whispered. His silence was the answer. Her heart cracked. You knew. Liam closed his eyes. I didn't know for sure. I suspected. But I didn't want to scare you. Too late, Aurora whispered. Eli stepped forward again, too close. And Liam snapped. He shoved Eli back, pinning him against the brick wall. Don't come near her, Liam snarled. Not when you're from a family of hunters. Eli didn't fight back. He simply whispered. You think I'm dangerous. His voice shook with something raw. I'm the only reason she's still alive. Aurora gasped. What does that mean? Eli looked straight at her. Because while Liam was fighting the Seeker, another one was coming from behind you that I killed it. Liam froze. Aurora's mouth fell open. You killed one. Eli nodded, eyes haunted. Seekers were created to hunt the lunar blessed. They won't stop. Not until you're taken or dead. A loud crash suddenly echoed from inside the school, something heavy slamming into lockers. All three turned instantly. Students screamed somewhere down the hall. Liam's wolf surged so strong he nearly shifted right there. Get behind me, he ordered Aurora. Eli moved to her other side. Another thundering crash. Aurora's heart pounded painfully. What is that? Eli's voice was grim. A seeker. Liam growled, eyes glowing. No, that's bigger. Another tremor shook the hallway. Aurora felt it. Her wrist burned. The lunar crest glowed. And something inside her whispered, run. But Liam's stare locked onto hers, fierce and trembling with emotion. I'll protect you, he whispered. No matter what comes through that door. Eli stepped beside him. You'll die if you go alone. Liam didn't look away from Aurora. Then I'll die protecting her. Her breath shattered. Before she could speak, before she could reach for him, the door at the end of the hall slowly opened. and a creature stepped inside. Not a wolf. Not human. Not like anything Aurora had seen before. 7 feet tall, eyes burning silver and black. Shadow dripping off its claws. Seeker King. The hallway lights flickered red as Aurora's lunar crest exploded with light. And the creature whispered, "Found you, lunar blessed." The hallway went dead silent. The Seeker King stepped through the doorway, its massive claw dragging along the floor with a metallic scrape. Shadows clung to its body like smoke. Its eyes, silver swirling with pitch-black void, locked instantly on Aurora. Liam moved first. He pushed Aurora behind him so fast she barely felt the motion. His wolf surged underneath his skin, claws threatening to break through the surface. Eli stepped beside them, holding the crescent pendant like a weapon. The creature inhaled deeply, its chest expanding like a monstrous wave. Then it smiled. Smile that was wrong. Unnatural. Predatory. The lunar blessed finally reveals herself. Aurora's knees wobbled. Liam snarled, "Stay away from her." The Seeker King tilted its head, amused. "You cannot protect what belongs to us." Liam lunged. The creature moved faster. With a flick of its arm, it sent Liam crashing into the lockers. Metal bent inward. Liam coughed, blood on his lip, but pushed to his feet immediately. "Liam!" Aurora cried. He wiped his mouth, eyes glowing pure black. "No one touches her." The Seeker King advanced. Eli threw the pendant forward. It hit the creature's chest and sizzled. Shadows recoiled. Screeching Aurora covered her ears as a high-pitched shriek vibrated through the hall. "You insignificant hunter," the creature snarled at Eli. "You cannot stop a king." Eli trembled but didn't back down. The creature swung. Eli flew backward, hitting the wall with a sickening thud. "Eli!" Aurora screamed. He didn't get up. Aurora felt the lunar crest burn under her skin. Hot, violent, rhythmic, her vision blurred, her knees buckled. Liam staggered toward her. "Don't move, Aurora. Stay with me." But the Seeker King towered over them now, claw reaching for her throat. Shadows surged up its arm like liquid darkness. Aurora's breath stopped. She felt her heartbeat slam painfully against her ribs. Face. Then the lunar crest ignited. A blast of silver light shot across her wrist and up her arm, cracking through the air like lightning. The Seeker King froze. It was thrown backward as if struck by an invisible force. Aurora stood trembling, silver light crackling from her skin like sparks. Liam stared in stunned disbelief. "Aurora," he whispered, breathless. "You awakened." Aurora didn't understand. She didn't know how. She only knew she felt something alive inside her. Powerful, roaring, ancient. The Seeker King rose again, slower this time. Its voice was ragged. "Impossible. Your power should not exist. The lunar-blessed bloodline is extinct." Aurora backed up, shaking. "What am I?" The creature approached again. Liam roared and shifted mid-jump, his wolf exploding outward in black fur and glowing silver eyes. He slammed into the Seeker King with such force the walls shook. But the monster fought back just as hard. It lifted Liam by the scruff, slamming him onto the floor. Liam whimpered, a sound Aurora had never heard from him. Her heart cracked. "Stop!" she cried. The Seeker King ignored her, raising a claw to kill him. Aurora screamed, and the lunar crest detonated. A wave of silver power erupted from her body like a shockwave, throwing the Seeker King across the hall and pinning it against the wall. The creature writhed, shadows burning away. Liam shifted back, collapsing on the floor, weak, exhausted. Aurora ran to him, cradling his face. "Liam! Liam, talk to me." He opened his eyes, pupils blown wide. "You saved me." Her tears fell onto his cheek. "I didn't mean to." He grabbed her hand weakly, squeezing. "Aurora," he whispered hoarsely, "your mother wasn't running from them, she was running from you awakening." Aurora froze. "What?" Liam swallowed, struggling to keep consciousness. The lunar blessed aren't just chosen, he said. They're feared. Even by wolves. Even by alphas. His breathing stuttered. You're not regular, Aurora. You're the last of a royal bloodline. The Seeker King shrieked from across the hall as the last of its shadows burned away. Aurora's heartbeat slowed to a terrifying realization. Royal bloodline. Moon chosen. Guarded wolf, hunted. Everything she feared. Everything she doubted was true. Liam squeezed her hand one last time before going limp. It's you, he whispered. You're the one the moon goddess marked. Aurora, glowing silver, trembling, held him tightly. As the world she knew ended in a flash of lunar light. Liam didn't wake up. Not when Aurora shook him. Not when Eli tried calling his name. Not even when the silver glow around her faded into faint sparks. His breathing was shallow, his pulse was weak. Aurora's hands trembled violently as she held his face. Liam, please. Open your eyes. But he didn't. Eli knelt beside her, wincing from his own injuries. It's the Seeker King's toxin. It's spreading through him. Aurora's voice broke. Help him. I can't, Eli whispered. But the wolves can. Before Aurora could speak, heavy footsteps thundered into the hallway. Alpha Rowan and 2 pack warriors appeared, their wolves snarling the moment they saw the destroyed corridor, the scorch marks, and the faint silver light still glowing from Aurora's wrist. Aurora, Rowan said breathlessly. What did you? But then he saw Liam. Everything stopped. Get him to the med house. Now, Rowan shouted. The warriors lifted Liam carefully, but Aurora grabbed Rowan's arm. I'm coming with him. Rowan hesitated, fear flashing in his eyes. Then Evelyn appeared behind him, pale and frantic. She has to come. The crest reacted. She's the only one he responded to. Rowan nodded tightly. Then hurry. Aurora had never seen the Packlands before. Tall pine trees surrounded a cluster of wooden lodges. The air smelled like smoke, moss, and something ancient. Warriors ran ahead, carrying Liam into a cabin lit with silver lanterns. Aurora followed, breath-shaking. Inside, healers crowded around Liam's unconscious body. He's fading, one whispered. Toxin is deep. His wolf is fighting it, but not fast enough. Aurora's heart shattered. Please, she begged. Save him. An older healer approached her. We'll try. But, his eyes shifted to her glowing wrist. There is something else we must address. Rowan stepped forward. Aurora, the pack elders have called an emergency council. Aurora wiped her tears. I don't care about councils. I care about Liam. Rowan's jaw tightened. You don't understand. This concerns Liam's survival. And you. Aurora faltered. Me. Evelyn nodded. Your awakening affects Liam and the entire pack. Aurora's pulse raced. What do you mean? Rowan exhaled heavily. The lunar crest didn't just activate. It bonded to Liam's wolf. Aurora froze. Bonded, she whispered. Rowan nodded. His life is now tied to yours. Evelyn added softly. If the elders decide you're a threat, they will separate you too. Aurora stepped back as if slapped. Separate, her voice cracked. What does that? But she knew. She knew exactly what that meant. If she was banished. If she was imprisoned. If she was destroyed. Liam would die. Aurora's throat tightened. No. No, you can't. Rowan placed a hand on her shoulder, firm but gentle. You must face the council. Aurora looked through the doorway where Liam's still body lay, surrounded by healers. His lips pale, his chest rising unevenly, his wolf fading. Tears filled her eyes. I won't leave him, she whispered. You have to, Rowan said. Because if we don't convince the council of who you are, Liam won't make it through the night. Aurora inhaled sharply, her entire body trembled. Fine, she said, voice breaking. I'll face them. But right before Rowan let her out, Liam stirred. Barely a small twitch, a whisper of breath. Aurora! His voice was faint. Pain laced through every syllable. She rushed to his side. I'm here. I'm right here. His hand lifted weakly, brushing her wrist. The mark glowed in response. Don't let them take you, he whispered. Her heart shattered. I won't, she promised, tears falling. His eyes closed again. Rowan gently pulled her back. Time was up. The pack elders were waiting. The trial was about to begin. And Aurora wasn't sure if she would survive it. Or if Liam would.